Yeah. Brooklyn. When in 94. Where ambition and death shared hallways. Yeah. Snowfall covered up the footprints quick, but the blood near the curb stayed dark and thick. Teenagers bundled in designer coats still carry hunger deep inside their throats. Corner liquor store glow through the fog. Old smokers arguing over crack, every scars. Mama kept a Bible near the TV static, praying the sun avoid the street dramatics. I remember Tone from the Linden buildings, heavy gold rope and unfinished feelings. Said he lead the borough before 23. Now it's face printed on memorial tees. Train breaks, scream through the freezing dawn. Somebody cousin got found near the pawn shop lawn. Detective snap flicks while the neighbors watched. Winter made everybody emotionally locked. I stayed upstairs with the headphones loud, writing gutter symphonies for the forgotten crowd. Every line smelled like damn stairwell paint and cigarettes mixed with emotional restraint. Bassline low like a hearse rolling snare, crack sharp with the tension showing baritone vocals through analog dust like crime lab tapes documenting distrust. Ghosts beneath the snowbanks breathe slow, dead dreams drift where the cold winds blow. Brooklyn nights never truly sleep, too many lost souls buried underneath. Ghosts beneath the snowbanks still cry, street lights flicker while the sirens slide by. Boom bap drums keep the memories warm through every dark Brooklyn winter storm. Dice games popping by the laundromat gate. Young killers laugh while negotiating fate. One carries scars hidden under leather sleeves, another carry grief nobody perceived. Church choir echoes through the project halls, while another mother punching through withdrawal. Everybody trapped inside survival rituals, cold apartments and psychological visuals. I see no hustlers cry over soul records, talking dead friends and federal pressures. Said the city raised wolves from neglect, then blamed the hunger, it never correct. Meanwhile, I chase studio fantasies, dreaming thick speakers and royalties. Wanted long rides through Manhattan lights, not homicide scenes in December nights. But karma creeps silent through the avenue snow. One wrong move and your obituary grow. Seen brothers betrayed, blood over greed. Seen childhood innocence completely leave. Subway thunder shook the window frames. Every building carried unfinished pain. I kept writing through the paranoia storms, turning cold borough trauma into art forms. Every dawn, yeah, yeah. February nights colder than morgue drawers. Young boys still posted near the corner stores. One girl cried in the hallway stare. Her boyfriend got killed over drug money shares. Detectives search pockets near the playground fence. Snow mixed gray with the evidence. Meanwhile, old ladies pray through the walls, hoping heaven still answered desperate calls. I carry dead homies inside every cadence, every verse stitched from borough anguish. Boom bap therapy for damaged souls, raised by broken homes and impossible goals. No heroes lived in these apartment mazes, only wounded hearts wearing hard expressions. Only winter dreams trapped beneath pressure, and memories that never truly left us. Still the music gave structure to grief, turned project pain into timeless speech, turned cold nights into analog scripture for every forgotten Brooklyn fixture. So if the snow buried footprints tonight and another ambulance cut through the lights, remember the borough still breathed through the drums. For every lost child it once become. Yeah. For the hallway ghosts, for the mother still praying,
for every project poet chasing escape.
Brooklyn
forever.
Brooklyn forever. Yeah. Brooklyn after midnight. Snow hit different when your conscience heavy. Yeah. Streetland glow on the icy pavement. Young boys posted with dangerous patience. Tim soaked through from the freezing slush. Everybody in the borough moved with distrust. Corner store arrogant music hum softly, while fiends count singles with their eyes looking lostly. Mama boil water cause the heat got cut. Still praying the sun don't end up shied up. I knew a hustler named Malik from Tompkins. Black goose jacket, gold chain, obnoxious. Used to say death only happened to cowards, till they found him face down near the housing towers. Snowflakes drift over yellow tape lines. Another cold murder in the state files. Detectives scribble notes beside blood trails while the avenue moved like nothing failed. I stayed in my room near the radiator hiss, writing heavy rhymes from survivor's abyss. Every bar smelled like damp wool coats and cheap liquor burning down frozen throats. Bassline drag slow like a hearse engine. Snare shot sharp with forensic tension. Baritone vocals through analog brain like a crime documentary mixed with pain. Snowfall on Kingston Ave tonight.
Cold souls wander under flashing lights.
Every dream got buried beneath survival.
Still the boom back keep the borough alive though.
Snowfall
on Kingston Ave slow. Dead names travel where the winter winds blow.
Street gospel echo through apartment walls.
Golden era drums still answer new calls.
Old men gamble near the laundromat dryers, talking crack era kings in funeral attire. One said Brooklyn made wolves from pressure and taught young boys pain lasts forever. Teenagers laugh loud near the staircase smoke. Half of them already emotionally broke. One carry school books and a stolen weapon. Another lost faith somewhere around 11. Train tracks scream through insomnia weather. Project windows barely hold together. Chinese food steam rise through the cold air while homicide detectives comb through nightmares. I wanted studio sessions and fat contracts, not police lights flashing over train tracks. Wanted my mother somewhere peaceful resting, far from obituary sections and stress. And become alert deep in the avenue fog. One bad move turn your crew to monologue. Seen loyalty collapse over greed split. Seen brothers throw lives away for quick hits. February snow turned gray near the curbside. Young widows cry quietly with hurt eyes. Church choirs sing through broken speakers while detectives question neighborhood teachers. Every hallway smell like old regret, like cigarette ash and unpaid debt. One mother stared blank through the peephole glass, still waiting for a son that ain't coming back. Meanwhile, I kept speaking through the drum loops for every lost kid swallowed by the gun smoke. Boom bap therapy from SP fragments for borough souls trapped in harsh environments. No fairy tales in these cold narrations, only trauma, ambition in police stations. Only winter dreams inside cracked apartments and dead homies frozen inside our conscience.
Still the rhythm gave the darkness structure, turned pain into lyrical scripture, turned project sorrow into timeless sound. For every forgotten name underground.
For the cold stairwells, yeah.
For the cold stairwells.
For the mothers that stayed awake.
For every borough ghost still walking in the snow.
Brooklyn
forever.
December again. Brooklyn colder than hospital still. Every hallway got secrets. Yeah. Snow drift slow past the project antennas. Teenagers posted with illegal agendas. Black hoodies soaked from the freezing rain. Everybody on the avenue carry hidden pain. Corner store lights buzz through the midnight fog. Old drunks mumble prophecies to straight dogs. Mama sleep light when the squad cars pass. Hands folded tight while the window shade glass. I knew a stick-up kid named Darren from Gates. Gold front shine while he laughed at fate. Used to dream Lexus coupes and diamond bracelets. Now his mother kissing pictures in the basement. One homicide changed the block vibration. Kids stop hooping, turn cold and impatient. Yellow tape stretched beside the bus stop bench. Snow turned red where the paramedics knelt. I stay quiet with my notebook obsession. Writing crime scene poetry through depression. Every rhyme smelled like damp staircases and cigarettes burned in forgotten places. Bassline crawl heavy through the headphone static. Snare crack sharp like domestic havoc. Baritone low with forensic detail like autopsy reports over drum breaks and L's. Cold tape confessions in the Brooklyn night. Dead dreams float beneath the flashing light. Snowfall covers sins, but the borough know. Every scar left buried underneath the snow. Cold tape confessions through the avenue air. Young souls vanish while nobody cares. Still the boom bap breathe through the pain inside. Golden era heartbeat never really died. Dice shooters crowded near the train station steps, talking fast money and unpaid debts. One young boy, barely 16 winners, already carry rage inside his denim. Church bells ring through the crack smoke breeze, while detectives search apartments for keys. Everybody trapped in survival tension, broken homes and parole conditions. I seen old heads cry over Marvin records, remembering friends from the drug war pressure. Said the city made predators from fear and left trauma permanently engineered. Meanwhile, the borough stayed brutally alive. Chinese food steam mixed with exhaust outside. Taxi tires cut through the dirty slush, and every late night argument carried distrust. I wanted rap money, studio sessions, not cold coffin flowers and police questions. Wanted my mother somewhere warm and peaceful, far from funerals and stress-induced needles. But karma stalked quiet through the snowstorm fog. One bad decision turn your name to monologue. Now murals fade slowly on the brick walls, while winter wind howled through abandoned halls. Yeah. February dog by the waterfront docks. Young hustlers still serving fiends round the clock. School books abandoned for designer dreams. Everybody addicted to impossible schemes. One girl cried on the building rooftop. Her boyfriend got hit near the barbershop. Now she wears his chain beneath the coat and replay old voicemails to survive the cold. Meanwhile, I kept writing through survivor guilt, through the nightmares Brooklyn built. Every cadence carved from real despair. Every punchline soaked in project air. Boom bap drums gave structure to chaos. Turned borough grief into analog memoirs. Turned broken elevators into symphonies, for dead friends and fractured families. So if the snowfall heavy tonight and another ambulance cut through the lights, remember every legend started with scars and dark apartment dreams beneath the stars. Yeah. For every staircase philosopher, every lost son of Brooklyn, every mother praying past midnight, forever. Yeah. Brooklyn scripture, cold season theology, where survival got fingerprints on it, Black ice under the Converse soles. Young boys move work where the cold wind howl. Snowbanks dirty from exhaust and blood. Every block raised sons with abandoned trust. Corner deli cash sleep beside the ATM, while fiends trade gold chains just to fade again. Mama folding laundry near the kitchen smoke, trying to hide fear every time the gunshot spoke. I seen one man freeze on the church steps, eyes still open while detectives took sketches. Priests whispered psalms through the snowfall mist, but the borough kept moving like nothing exists. Train breaks spring through insomnia hours. Project staircases smell like piss and flowers. Candles burn beside memorial shirts. Another funeral limousine beside the curb. I wrote rhymes Writings and composition notebooks with fingerprints stained from them avenue crooks. Dreaming platinum plaques and leather interiors while death row shotgun through the housing areas. Baseline thick like radiator pipes. Snare slap hard like arguments at night. Baritone float through cigarette oxygen. Pain sounds cinematic when survival boxed you in. Brooklyn code got theology. Bodies disappear into mythology. Snowfall drift through police flashlights while boom bap breathe through the winter nights. Brooklyn souls move silently. Every hallway hold another tragedy. Still the drums knock through the damaged pain. Golden era ghosts still ride the train. Dice shooters posted near the laundry gate. Young killers laugh loud while discussing fate. One boy flashed a 38 beside the benches. 3 nights later, detectives collecting trenches. Old heads sip rum in the pool room haze. Talking crack epidemic in forgotten days. Said the borough turned hunger into violence and made paranoid kings from apartment silence. I knew a girl named Keisha from Bergen Street. Used to dance real slow to them SB beats. Brother got locked on a robbery charge. Now she stared numb from the fire escape bars. Every building held another cold confession. Every family carried unfinished depression. Broken elevators trapped with stale smoke scent. And dreams die young where survival rent expensive. Meanwhile I stay loyal to the rhythm science. Kick snare therapy against the inner violence. Each verse another forensic statement about the price of street survival payments. February morning smell like wet concrete. Cops search teenagers outside the corner meat market. School teachers tired from the absent faces. Too many empty desks from court cases. One friend vanished in a gambling debt. Another OD'd with regret on his breath. Meanwhile, the city kept selling illusions. Fast money, fake love, self-destruction. I carry dead homies inside every cadence. Every beat stitched from borough anguish. No superheroes in these narratives. Only wounded kids turning dangerous. But music gave structure to the chaos. Turned Project Pain into analog memoirs. Turned cold stairwells into symphonies for forgotten souls and broken families. Now the snowfall thick on the avenue lights. And another young dream disappeared tonight. Still the cassette spin through the darkness slow. Like Brooklyn itself refusing let go. What the borough survivors. Yeah, for every cold apartment dream. For every mother waiting by the hallway window. Brooklyn, forever. Brooklyn winter again. Same corners, different chalk outlines. Yeah. Midnight snow covered tire marks and old blood. Cold enough to make a killer lose love. Young boys posted by the grocery shutters. Dreams collapse fast where the helicopters hover. Mama kept candles near the broken television, trying to pray protection over crack era conditions. Stairwells smell like piss smoke and hopelessness. Teenagers learn murder before ownership. I remember Rico from the 7th floor landing. Gold rope chain, black gloves, always outstanding. One January night, he ain't come home. Now his face airbrushed on memorial stones. Train sparks flash through the apartment blinds. Everybody in the borough got funeral eyes. Some hustle for survival, some hustle from greed. Most buried somewhere in between those needs. My notebook filled with autopsy observations, street sociology and death calculations. Every rhyme came from cold conversations with ex-stick-up kids and parole violations. Baseline drag slow like detective footsteps. Snare crack hard like emotional neglect. Baritone echo through the wool coat fabric. Pain turned poetic when the city get tragic. Snow remember names, the city tried burying. Cold wind carries sins through the mossy tenements. Brooklyn heartbeat trapped inside a drum break. Every lost soul still breathe through the tape. Snow remember names under avenue lights. Young kings disappear in them winter nights. Street sermons float through the project hallways while boom bap ghosts still haunt the old days. Dice games, underneath the laundromat on, and teenagers laugh loud while death keep calling. One boy flashed cash from a robbery split. 2 weeks later, detectives zipped his body back shut. Old timers sip dark rum by the checkerboards, talking about the crack wars and forgotten lords. Set the borough raise wolves from abandoned youth. In every alleyway got hidden truth. Meanwhile, ambition grew beside the danger. I wanted record deals, not cemetery prayers. Wanted thick speakers inside foreign rides. Not my mother crying where the coffin lies, but karma moves silent through the borough code. One betrayal can leave your bloodstream froze. Seen brothers turn enemies over greed. Seen innocent mothers drop to their knees. Subway still screaming through insomnia. Gunsmoke drift thick over Notion corridors. My pen kept moving through the paranoia, documenting pain like forensic lawyers. February rain mixed ash with the slush piles. Project babies grew mean before adulthood smiles. Teachers couldn't reach us through the trauma haze. We learned survival from the avenue waves. Corner stores sold loose squares and lottery hope, while crooked cops searched jackets for powder and dope. Church choirs sang through broken heated pipes. Still another homicide happened that night. I carry dead friends inside every cadence. Every verse built from survivor's anguish. Boom bap therapy for damaged spirits. If pain had a soundtrack, this probably near it. And somewhere a young kid's still writing, headphones on while the sirens keep crying, dreaming escape from the cycle outside before Brooklyn winters swallow his pride. So when the snow fall over rooftop graves and the borough move quiet through the freezing haze, the drums still knock from them cassette remains, like the streets themselves remember names. For every hallway ghost, every project poet, every mother waiting by the window, Brooklyn forever. Yeah. 1994 theology. Brooklyn cold enough to freeze guilt. Street lights flicker over footprints and shell cases. Teenagers with hollow eyes and tired faces. Snow turned pink near the corner chicken spot. Somebody rubber lay stiff while the block stayed hot. Cracked elevators smell like wet wool jackets. Old fiends scratch lotto tickets beside burnt mattresses. Mama smoked quietly by the kitchen vent, trying to stretch a week's hope from $20 rent. I learned pain before I learned trust. Seen funeral flowers gather mildew and dust. Seen cops photograph blood beside Timberland prints, while old heads preach survival through nicotine lips. Every hallway got ghosts in it. Dead laughter still float where the coke mixed in it. Project babies raised by static televisions and drug money stacked inside cereal kitchens. I was notebook deep with a criminal mind state, writing cold rhymes while the train lines vibrate. Baseline heavy like footsteps from detectives. Truth sound uglier when poverty reflects it. Brooklyn nights, white snow, red pavement. Young souls disappear with no statements. Cold wind cut through the parkway railings. Still the boom bap breathe through the anguish. Brooklyn nights, black hard street prophets. Everybody chase dreams inside the projects. Death moves slow through the staircase shadows, while the drums keep knocking like survival gospel. Liquor stains dried on the pool hall floor. Old hustlers tell war stories nobody record. One man lost a son to revenge ambition. Another lost faith in the court system. Church ladies whisper every Sunday morning, but the avenue birthed another funeral by dawning. Kids throw dice under busted neon lights. Young love die early in the winter nights. I seen karma wear a leather bomber, walk calm through the borough like a silent monster. One stick-up kid got found near the harbor. Now his name only traveled through barbershop parlors. Meanwhile, the train screech under midnight skies and crack smoke drift where forgotten hope dies. I kept rhymes hidden under mattress springs, dreaming platinum plaques beyond these violent scenes. But success feels strange when survivors gone. Every memory echoed through the headphone songs. Every kick drum carry another obituary. Every snare hit sound cemetery. Heavy, 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 heavy. December wind, whip, 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 whip. The December wind whip through abandoned courts. Teenagers gamble futures for imported sports. Nobody taught peace where the hunger grew. Just survival instincts in a loaded tool. Old women pray through the apartment pipes while homicide lights stain the snow at night. One detective wrote notes near the yellow tape. Another cold body for the city database. Still the music kept pulse inside dark lungs for the lost generation raised half young. Boom bap therapy from dusty SP drums for sons of addiction and absent ones. My voice heavy like tenement walls. Each verse another crime scene file recalled. Brooklyn made monsters from wounded children and sold their stories back through gold millions. So if the heavens ever judge my borough pain, tell them winter made wolves from the freezing rain. Tell them every rhyme came carved from survival, and every dead friend still walk beside you. Yeah, for the borough ghosts, for the cold apartments, for every name painted on memorial shirts. Brooklyn, forever. Brooklyn, forever. Yeah. Bed-Stuy winter. Cold enough to freeze regret. Still hear the drums go. Snowfall settled on abandoned bottles. Young boys dreaming Escalades and full throttles. Black hoodies soaked from the freezing sleet. Everybody moved tents on the avenue streets. Corner bodega light flicker half dead. Old smokers cough deep with exhaustion and dread. Mama taped plastic over broken windows, praying her son to escape the life he chose. I knew a hustler named Kev from Quincy Street. Gold fronts flash every time he speak. Used to say fear only lived a week, man. Now his mural faded near the weekend chicken spot. Blood stains dark near the park bench rail. Detectives photographed another caution tale. Neighborhood silent behind apartment shades. Like grief got normalized with age. I stayed upstairs with the headphones loud, writing cold bars for the forgotten crowd. Every rhyme smelled like wool coat stamp and cigarette ash in a hallway lamp. Baseline low like midnight hearses. Snare crack sharp like emotional curses. Derry roll vocals through an aloe grain, like tape confession soaked in pain, yeah. Winter files from Bed-Stuy nights. Cold souls drift beneath police lights. Every dream buried under snowfall slow. Still the boom bap make the borough glow. Winter files from Bed-Stuy blocks. Dead names echo when the subway rocks. Street gospel breathe through apartment walls. Golden era spirits answer the calls, yeah. Dice games pop beside the laundromat dryers. Teenagers laugh while surrounded by liars. One carries scars under designer denim. Another lost hope before adulthood hit him. Church choir sing through the staircase cold while detectives search shell casings in snow. Old heads played soul records near the stairs, talking crack era ghosts in electric chairs. One said Brooklyn raised wolves from tension. Teach little kids survival aggression. Teach them fast cash before moral lessons, and paranoia before affection. Meanwhile, I wanted studio sessions, not police lights and courtroom questions. Wanted big speakers and luxury rides. Not another wake with grieving eyes, but karma moved quiet through December storms. One betrayal leave your whole crew mourn. Seen brothers fold over paper greed. Seen innocent mothers collapse from grief. Chinese food steam rose through the avenue fog. Subway thunder shook the catalog. I kept writing through insomnia pressure, turning verbal trauma into recorded texture.
With a fire soul.
February mornings, cold as steel drawers. Young widows stand silent near corner stores. One girl cried holding letters and gloves. Her boyfriend got buried from street life love. Detectives searched snow near the handball fence. Another dead dream lost to circumstance. Meanwhile, little kids still played nearby, too young to understand why people die. I carry ghosts inside every cadence, every line stitched from borough anguish. Boom bap therapy for damaged hearts, raised where innocence fell apart. No heroes lived in these apartment towers. Only wounded men survive in dark hours. Only when the prayers through cracked ceilings and hard-faced souls suppressing feelings. Still the rhythm gave structure to sorrow. Turn bleak nights into hope tomorrow. Turn cold borough pain into timeless sound. For every lost soul underground. So when the snow fall, bury the avenue slow, and ambulance lights glow against the snow.
The drums still knock through the freezing air, like Brooklyn grief still living there. Yeah. For every Bed-Stuy survivor, every staircase poet, every mother praying past midnight. Brooklyn, forever, 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 forever.
Yeah. Brooklyn with the music, with a snow cold, and the memories colder. Street lights shimmer on the frozen gutters. Young boys whispering numbers to undercover brothers. Black bubble jackets full of hidden stress. Everybody in the borough learned survival from neglect. Corner store coffee steamed through the midnight air. Old fiends scratch lotto tickets with hopeless stares. Mama count quarters near the kitchen sink, wondering how close her son came to the brink. I knew a hustler named Shane from Crown Heights. Used to dream big money in velvet interiors. Now his obituary laminated near the benches. Another cold body swallowed by the trenches. Snow mixed red near the handball court. Detectives wrote reports while the crowd stood short. No tears left, just exhausted eyes. Brooklyn made grief feel normalized. I stayed upstairs with the headphones wired, writing heavy verses from emotional fires. Every rhyme smelled like wet Timberlands and stairwell smoke from forgotten men. Baseline crawl like a hearse in traffic. Snare crack sharp with forensic habits. Baritone vocals through analog decay like crime scene evidence over drum breaks play. Murder weather symphony tonight. Cold souls drift beneath the flashing lights. Every dream buried where the snowfall thick. Still the boom bap make the borough live. Murder weather symphony slow. Dead names travel where the train winds blow. Street gospel echo through apartment halls. Golden era spirits answer the call. Dice shooters crowded by the check cashing spot. Teenagers laugh loud while they futures rot. One carry scars hidden deep in pride. Another carry rage he can never hide. Church mothers pray through the hallway cold while detectives search for shell casings in snow. Old heads played soap tapes late at night, remembering lost brothers beneath city lights. One said Brooklyn raised wolves from pressure. Teach little kids pain lasts forever. Teach them how to hustle before algebra, how to bury grief under false bravado. Meanwhile, I wanted platinum records, not funeral suits and police lectures. Wanted thick speakers in a Lex coupe. Not another wake with dark room blues, but karma move quiet through December fog. One betrayal, leave your whole circle lost. Seen brothers switch over paper greed. Seen innocent mothers collapse from grief. Subway steel, scream beneath the floorboards. Every building carried emotional war scars. I kept writing through insomnia storms, turning borrowed trauma into art forms. February air, cold as hospital rooms. Young widows stand silent near memorial balloons. One girl cried under flickering lights. A boyfriend got killed 2 blocks from the projects. Detectives photographed the dirty Snowbanks. Another dead dream entered precinct ranks. Meanwhile, little kids still chase basketballs. Too young to understand death at all. I carry ghosts inside every cadence. Heavy bar stitched from borough anguish. Boom bap, therapy for damaged souls. Raised where innocence lose control. No superheroes in these narratives. Only broken men masking negative spirits. Only winter prayers through cracked ceilings. And mothers exhausted from painful feelings. Still the rhythm gave structure to chaos. Turned dark memories into analog memoirs. Turned cold apartments into timeless sound. For every lost soul underground. So when the snowfall bury the avenue slow, and ambulance lights glow against the snow, the drums still knock through the freezing air like Brooklyn pain still living there. Living there, living there, living there, living there. Yeah. For every borough survivor, every staircase philosopher, every dream trapped beneath winter skies. Brooklyn, forever, 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 forever. Brooklyn Ice, colder than confession booths. Snowfall, high footprints, not consequences. Neon lights bleed on a frozen avenue. Young boys moving packs with abandoned attitudes. Tim's crushed slush near the corner bodega. Everybody hungry, nobody getting saved there. Mama smoked Newports by the kitchen vent, praying rent money somehow stretch again. Old TV glow flicker on tired faces while gunshots echo through the staircase spaces. I knew a kid named Reem from Lexington, dreamed platinum plaques and foreign sedans. Started hustling just to help his mom survive. Now his name painted where the memorial candles lie. Snow turned dark near the bus stop bench. Detectives bagging shells for evidence. Neighborhood watch through frosted windows like death became routine every winter. I wrote rhymes under dim apartment bulbs while train brakes screamed through the borough dust. Every line carried project aroma, cold radiator dust and cheap marijuana. Baseline low like ambulance engines. Snare slap hard with forensic tension. Baritone vocals through analog grain like crime scene interview soaked in pain. Ashes under neon snow tonight. Cold souls drift beneath police lights. Every dream everywhere survival grow. Still the boom bap warm the borough soul. Ashes under neon snowfall slow. Dead names travel where the cold winds blow. Street sermons echo through the hallway crack. Golden era ghosts still ride these tracks. Dice shooters crowded by the laundry room. Teenagers joke loud while death loom. One carry trauma under Gucci leather. Another lost hope completely forever. Church bells rang through the cracked smoke haze. Old heads reminisced on forgotten days. Set Brooklyn race soldiers from economic grief and turned young innocence into disbelief. Meanwhile, I wanted studio sessions, not homicide scenes and police questions. Wanted thick speakers inside Ben's coupes. Not another funeral with dark suits, but karma moved quiet through December fog. One betrayal leave your whole crew lost. Seen brothers fold over fast cash schemes. Seen mothers collapse over shattered dreams. Chinese food steam rose through the snowfall. Subway thunder rattled project walls. I kept writing through insomnia pressure, turning borough trauma into recorded texture. Every cadence carries survivor guilt. From broken homes the avenue built. Boom bap therapy for damaged spirits. Raised where pain got inherited. February night. Yeah. February nights, cold as morgue drawers. Young hustlers still outside corner stores. One girl cried near the elevator gate. Her man got buried by the avenue fate. Detectives search snow by the playground swings. Another cold file for the precinct things. Meanwhile, little kids still chase basketballs. Too young to understand life at all. I carry dead homies inside my bars. Every rhyme stitched from emotional scars. Every drum break sounded spiritually tired, like borough ghosts speaking through the wires. No heroes lived in these apartment towers. Only wounded hearts surviving dark hours. Only winter prayers through cracked ceilings. And hard-faced men suppressing feelings. Still the music gave structure to sorrow. Turned cold nights into hope for tomorrow. Turned project pain into timeless art. For every broken Brooklyn heart. So when the snow buried the avenue slow and ambulance lights stain the drifts below, the drums still knock through the frozen air, like the borough grief still living there. Yeah, for the borough survivors, for every staircase dreamer, for every lost soul beneath the winter lights. Brooklyn, forever. Yeah. Brooklyn after dark, with snow-covered footprints, but never erasing. Street lights bleed on the frozen pavement. Young boys scheming with dangerous patience. Black bubble coat soaked from sleet storms. Everybody carry pain they can't speak on. Chinese spot steam ride through the cold wind. Old hustlers drinking rum with 1,000-yard stares. Mama at the sink, wash dishes half asleep while ambulance sirens crawl through the street. I knew a kid named Marcus from the 3rd floor. Dreamed of big chains and German sports. Started moving work by the age of 15. Now his mural faded beside the drug fiends. Snow turned crimson near the basketball fence. Detectives writing notes over shell fragments. Neighborhood watch through apartment blinds. Like tragedy became part of the design. I stayed inside with the notebook open, writing heavy bars from emotion, no corrosion. Every rhyme smelled like damp hallways, and winter jackets hanging near ashtrays. Baseline drag slow like grief itself. Snare hit sharp like betrayal felt. Baritone vocals through analog haze, like autopsy files over SP brace. Funeral lights on Flatbush tonight. Cold souls wander under police lights. Every dream buried under survival snow. Still the boom bap make the borough glow. Funeral lights on Flatbush flow. Dead names echo where the train winds blow. Project angels trapped in winter pain. Still riding through the drums and rain. Yeah, dice games happen by the laundry room. Teenagers laugh while death circles soon. One carry trauma under leather gloves. Another lost faith in the God above. Church mothers whisper through hallway smoke. Everybody tired, but nobody broke. Broken elevators, trap cigarette scent, and memories too painful to mention. Old heads told stories over Marvin grooves about crack era kings and impossible moves. Said Brooklyn raised wolves from economic stress and taught little kids how to master stress. Meanwhile, I wanted studio sessions, not homicide, chalk, and police questions. Wanted my mom somewhere warm and safe, far from funerals and apartment pain. But karma moves silent through winter nights. One bad choice changed your whole life. Seen brothers switch sides over fast greed. Seen cold morgue drawers hold childhood dreams. Subway thunder shook the building frame, and every floor carried hidden pain. I kept writing through insomnia pressure, turning borough grief into recorded texture. Texture, 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 texture. Yeah. February mornings, gray as old ash. Young widows cry, clutching photographs. One mother stood numb by the mailbox row, still waiting for her son gone years ago. Detectives searched snow near the playground gate. Another body claimed by Avenue Fate. Meanwhile, little kids still played nearby, too young to understand why people die. I carry ghosts inside every cadence, every line stitched from survivor anguish. Boom bap therapy for damaged hearts, raised where innocence fall apart. No fairy tales in these project towers, only paranoia and desperate hours. Only winning prayers through broken ceilings, and wounded men hiding deeper feelings. Still the music gave structure to sorrow, turned cold nights into hope for tomorrow, turned forgotten pain into timeless art. For every lost borough, soul scarred. So when the snowfall buried the avenue cracks, and another hearse rides slowly past, the drums still knock through the freezing air, like Brooklyn grief never disappeared. Yeah, for every cold apartment dreamer, every mother praying past midnight, every ghost still walking Flatbush in winter. Brooklyn forever. Yeah. Brooklyn. Winter '94. Where ambition and death shared hallways. Yeah. Snowfall covered up the footprints quick, but the blood near the curb stayed dark and thick. Teenagers bundled in designer coats, still carry hunger deep inside their throats. Corner liquor store glow through the fog. Old smokers arguing over crack every scars. Mama kept a Bible near the TV static. praying the sun avoid the street dramatics. I remember Tone from the Linden buildings. Heavy gold rope and unfinished feelings. Said he lead the borough before 23. Now it's face printed on memorial tees. Train breaks, scream through the freezing dawn. Somebody cousin got found near the pawn shop lawn. Detective snap flicks while the neighbors watched. Winter made everybody emotionally locked. I stayed upstairs with the headphones loud, writing gutter symphonies for the forgotten crowd. Every line smelled like damn stairwell paint and cigarettes mixed with emotional restraint. Bassline low like a hearse rolling snare, crack sharp with the tension showing baritone vocals through analog dust like crime lab tapes documenting distrust. Ghosts beneath the snowbanks breathe slow, dead dreams drift where the cold winds blow. Brooklyn nights never truly sleep, too many lost souls buried underneath. Ghosts beneath the snowbanks still cry, street lights flicker while the sirens slide by. Boom bap drums keep the memories warm through every dark Brooklyn winter storm. Dice games popping by the laundromat gate. Young killers laugh while negotiating fate. One carries scars hidden under leather sleeves, another carry grief nobody perceived. Church choir echoes through the project halls while another mother punching through withdrawal. Everybody trapped inside survival rituals, cold apartments and psychological visuals. I see no hustlers cry over soul records, talking dead friends and federal pressures. Said the city raised wolves from neglect, then blame the hunger, it never correct. Meanwhile I chase studio fantasies, dreaming thick speakers and royalties. Wanted long rides through Manhattan lights, not homicide scenes in December nights. But karma creeps silent through the avenue snow. One wrong move and your obituary grow. Seen brothers betrayed, blood over greed. Seen childhood innocence completely leave. Subway thunder shook the window frames. Every building carried unfinished pain. I kept writing through the paranoia storms, turning cold borough trauma into art forms. Every dawn, yeah, yeah. February nights colder than morgue drawers. Young boys still posted near the corner stores. One girl cried in the hallway stare. Her boyfriend got killed over drug money shares. Detectives search pockets near the playground fence. Snow mixed gray with the evidence. Meanwhile, old ladies pray through the walls, hoping heaven still answered desperate calls. I carry dead homies inside every cadence, every verse stitched from borough anguish. Boom bap therapy for damaged souls, raised by broken homes and impossible goals. No heroes lived in these apartment mazes, only wounded hearts wearing hard expressions. Only winter dreams trapped beneath pressure, and memories that never truly left us. Still the music gave structure to grief, turned project pain into timeless speech, turned cold nights into analog scripture for every forgotten Brooklyn fixture. So if the snow buried footprints tonight and another ambulance cut through the lights, remember the borough still breathed through the drums. For every lost child it once become. Yeah, for the hallway ghosts, for the mother still praying,
for every project poet chasing escape.
Brooklyn
forever.